president has brought up, and we have read about, cable news folks have brought up, hydroxychloroquine and chloroquine, the malaria drug, and mixed with antibiotics like Z-Pak and others that may be a real promise. Where does that stand right now? Are you optimistic about that, given what we know right now?
Well, as I've said many times, the data that indicate that are really anecdotal and not proven. What the president and others were saying is that there is a possibility that it might work, and in order to just give some hope, let's try it. However, I have said, and I continue to say, that the only way you're going to prove something works, namely is safe and effective, is by doing a controlled trial that gives you definitive data. So there, it could work. That's a possibility. But as a scientist, purely as a scientist, I can say that the data are what we call anecdotal. They're not definitive. So we can't make a statement, yes, it's working. We can say, let's try it. It might work. There's nothing wrong with that. But make sure we try it under the appropriate conditions.
If you're a doctor listening to me right now and a patient with coronavirus feels like maybe they want to try that, and you're their doctor, you're not Anthony Fauci, the guy running the coronavirus task force right now, would you say, all right, we'll give it a whirl?
Yeah, of course. I mean, particularly if people have no other option, you want to give them hope. In fact, physicians in this country, these drugs are approved drugs for other reasons. They're anti-malaria drugs, and they're drugs against certain autoimmune diseases like lupus. Physicians throughout the country can prescribe that in an off-label way, which means they can write it for something that it was not originally approved for. People do that all the time, and it really is an individual choice between the physician and his or her patient as to whether or not they want to do that.
All right, Dr. Fauci, I know your time is tight, so I want